30th, a K4E 1.4 4-cylinder Mitsubishi engine, and I'm having trouble with fuel. So I'm going to set up an alternative fuel tank. This is how it all came to me originally. This is how it came to me originally. I need to do some work to it and change a few things. Like it doesn't have a fuel filter. The fuel pump is just banging around loose. Fuel pump, sorry. But I mean, it's run like this for about 4 years. I've not had any bother with it whatsoever until now. So I'm going to well, looks like that's killed it. Must have been drawing air in through the fuel line. Right, next job is to get it sorted out properly with some new line. So, it's now the next day, so I'm going to get rid of the temporary tank and connect back to the main tank with new lines. This is what I took off, the standard Jubilee clip. I mean, these are quite high quality ones as well, but what the problem was this piece of pipe that went from the pump, the electric pump, to the injection pump. It is actually a piece of gas pipe that somebody's fitted, and it's gone hard. It's gone really hard. So these things aren't clamping it properly, and that's where we were getting our air leak. So this is only temporary, but I'm putting on some silicone hoses because it's all I have. I have ordered some proper fuel hose, but I'll have to wait for it to be delivered, and delivery these days is absolutely dreadful. Even with the Royal Mail, if it's shipped from the UK, we can be waiting 2 weeks for parcels, which was unheard of a few years ago, but now it seems to be pretty much the norm. Anyway, so flexible silicone hosing it is for now, and let's be honest, if it doesn't give me any problems it'll probably stay, but I have ordered. So now these clips in all different sizes. And they don't use a screw. They have a crimping area. So you use a pair of crimps. They look like nail pullers, but they're not. And then you put it on the hose and you squeeze and you crimp it, and this all squashes down and you get a really good seal. That's the way I'm going to do it. Silicone hosings clamps really nicely and seals nicely. So that's on there. We'll fix our hose back down again, our pipe back down properly. To be. Okay, so the other thing I think I want to do is fit some sort of fuel filter. I mean, this is brand new. I've been playing around with it for a couple of days. So we're going to put it in the line here. Somewhere nice and convenient. Bolts down here. So I'll just put it here. I'm going to put some of these clips on, these hose clamps. Sure we've got it the right way round. And try and do this so you can see what we're doing. So then we clamp it, squeeze it. That really does squeeze that hose tight. I'll put this one there. This is not easy. There we are. Let's got a nice squeeze on that. Just pop it round this little bendy clamp thing. Put the tools away. Back on, get our fuel pump running, electric fuel pump. Quickly bleed this through again to get the fuel up to here. We can see it coming up here now. Just done that. I'll go see if it'll start. While I've been playing with this, sorting it out, I should say, I did actually add a couple of wires as a remote starter. Need some throttle, hang on a sec. Okay, so using these wires I added to make up a remote starter. Ah. Let's just bleed that again. Get the battery boost pack. I bought myself one of these, and around this place with all the tractors, dumpers, diggers, you name it, they get used infrequently, so they lose the batteries, lose their charge. It has become invaluable. Probably won't bleeding up here. Yeah, we better bleed her. I found with this engine you need at least one of these going properly. And that concludes that. I didn't bleed the third injector because I can't actually get to it. I can't get to the nut up here. The way that they've routed the pipes, there's just no access to it. But if you can get it running fast enough, it'll self-bleed the last bit. So just going to remove these wires because this one's live. And I completely forgot to film that. I needed my digger to get things out the back of this trailer, which are now set over here. So I've got to bought myself a backer and a couple of replacement buckets because mine are quite worn, and these were cheap enough for me not to bother repairing my own. So it's quite a decent size picker, so I'll be able to get on with some work with that. She might be an old girl and she's a bit loose here and there, but she's got decent tracks, decent sprockets, decent engine that's been rebuilt. I've got to do some boring here on this. Let me see if I can get down there. This is quite hollowed out. There's supposed to be a bush in there, it's completely missing. That's how it came to me. The bush is still in the other side, but only just. So I've got to decide whether to take this boom off, this dipper arm off, and machine that out on the milling machine, or whether to make a line borer and line bore it. Well, a makeshift line borer. Nothing else on it's particularly bad. Oh, the slew gate ring's worn. I rebuilt the drive sprocket for the slew gear last year, 18 months ago. The drive motors under there, all the teeth were worn off, so I welded them up and recut them and that seems to be working fine. I'll chuck some photos in if I can find them. Anyway, that concludes this video. The digger's operational again. The beauty of these things is they don't just dig, which they do really well, of course, but they also maintain the driveway. I use it to scrape the driveway once a year because it gets covered in leaves and mud and all the rest of it, so it needs scraping. You move aggregates around to redo the drive, and I do a bit of digging around here. I've done quite a lot of digging up there. And the packer I've mainly used for driving fence posting. I've mainly bought for driving fence posts in, because I'm getting too old to do it by hand now, and I really don't like doing it. So it came up for sale, it was a decent price, so we bit the bullet and bought it. If it doesn't work out, we can always sell it on. I don't actually have any packer use for it, apart from splitting some logs maybe. Anyway, that's it for now. Nice to see it running again, and thank you very much for watching. And if you like this content, let me know, because my channel's more about machining than it is this sort of stuff. But if you like it, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, bye for now.